first swell of the year, really. It's pretty much the same like every year. Everyone's, calling one another. Everyone's, kind of panicking, running around, getting everything ready. Basically everyone blows it up bigger than what it's going to be. That's generally what happens. Maliko Gulch is definitely, a circus down there, and it's getting worse every year. But, fortunately I bypassed that. I've got a little launch further down the coast, and I just jump in the water and head up there, and I kind of figure it out once I get there. There wasn't really too many tow teams. They'd been told, no more towing at Peahi when there's paddle surfers out there. So yeah, this first swell, there were like 25, 30 guys out there, and really no tow teams. So 2012 has definitely been a change for Peahi. Now the vibe up there, once I got up there, windsurfing in amongst all the paddle surfers was pretty good actually. There were like probably 10 or 12 surfers out in the water last time when I rigged up. I just give them a bit of a sharker and, just get in amongst it and just be respectful. And I end up getting out there, and, my first wave, I already knew just from getting in on that first wave how offshore the wind was. Trying to get in, and then, getting blown out the back a lot of times. Just trying to get in, getting blown out the back. Peahi definitely can get really dangerous, especially on situations like that when the wind is gusty and really offshore. You'll be at the base of this huge mountain wave, and you'll start pumping, and you'll be trying to edge in, and you'll see the west bend just starting to bend around. At one point in time, you really do have to make the call whether you're gonna jump into the back of the straps and drop in, or turn off the back. I tried like probably 3 or 4 times to get into a couple of bombs and had to, exit the wave. A couple of times because I chose to, and then a couple of times just because the wind just blowing up the face of the wave was so offshore, it just rips me off of the back of the wave. You're kind of flying through the air sometimes, and you land in the water, and you've still got all this spray and you can't see, and the first thing I do is look to see. 50% of the time you'll just see this huge mound of water like coming towards you, and you're just like, oh shit, it gets the heart rate going, and that's what makes Peahi so much fun. The big question mark, what's going to happen to you? Getting a day like that, it's really frustrating because I got this other thing in my head, and then not being able to do what I want to do. It's really frustrating. So just glad we got that second day. Got a couple of really nice, clean, buttery waves where it was just, dropping down the line. I could just turn wherever you want, as hard as you want, and the same off the top. And Jaws gets like that, and if you can get that wave, that's just all about Jaws. That's why I love it so much, because it's just like riding mountains out there, like beautiful, clean, glassy mountains. And yeah, I live for that stuff.